A most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Class of 1923 Arena in the heart of downtown Philadelphia. Home of ACHA Men's Division I action. Another Battle of Philadelphia in the offing as the Drexel University Dragons look to build upon their 7-1 season record. They face off against crosstown rivals, the Villanova Wildcats, who come into Class of 23 3-1-0 on the season to this point. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications Press Box at beautiful Class of 1923 Arena. If you've not been here, how to describe it? Take Maple Leaf Gardens, take the Hartford Civic Center, throw them into a blender, render it in miniature, and this is what you got. Just a great old-school downtown barn. Not a bad seat in the house, not a comfortable seat in the house, but if you're here to watch hockey, not a bad seat anywhere, not a bad sight line anywhere. We're just a couple minutes away from starting lineup, so we're going to take you to a timeout right now. When we come back, we'll meet the teams. We'll tee up some Saturday night hockey from Philadelphia here on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it is all brought to you by our good friends at the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside class of 1923 arena. Just next to 30th Street Station in downtown Philadelphia. Almost said just outside, but we're right in the heart of the action. Here for Saturday night hockey. Wildcats and Dragons meeting in this ECHA conference matchup, and we're going to take you to the starting lineups right now. Hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Class of 1923 Arena in the heart of downtown Philadelphia. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Eastern Collegiate Hockey Association present a Men's Division I regular season meeting between the visiting Villanova Wildcats and your Drexel University Dragons. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Villanova Wildcats, coached by John Moores. Starting in goal, number 30, Dmitry Kapranov. On defense, number 27, Davian Peretti. And number 3, James Reagan. At left wing, number 16, Michael Bianco. At right wing, number 8, Brendan O'Brien. And starting at center, number 71, Charles Davis. And now let's meet the starting six for your Drexel University Dragons. Starting in goal, number 35, Ryan Nocerino. On defense, number 11, Ben Burkhardt. And number 26, Santino Tiberio. At left wing, number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. At right wing, number 29, Ryan Sambuco. And starting at center, your captain, number 6, Matt Harris. Your Drexel Dragons are coached by Tyler Wojcner. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Mike Corelli and Colby Sakuma, and linespeople Nathaniel Price and Jack Fetcher. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Drexel goal as we honor the United States of America and those entrusted with the defense of this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Lights are on. We're ready to go. Villanova Occupying the bench directly across from us, they're clad in what's usually their home white kits. Moving from our left to our right tonight, Drexel in their breast cancer awareness pinks. Moving from right to left, the way we see it. Backstopped by Ryan Nocerino, coming into tonight's game with a 5-0-0 record, a 2.4 goals against average, at a save percentage of .912. His counterpart, Dmitry Kapronov, 2-1-0 with, how about this, a 1.01 goals against average at a save percentage of .967. Matty Harris taking the opening draw for Drexel, 7 goals on the year in 8 games. And his line mates Ryan Sambuco with 8 and Jimmy Jacobs with 8 as the puck goes down to kick off Saturday night hockey in Philadelphia. Sambuco with a quick shot right off the get-go, and 8 seconds in, Kapronov makes a save to force a face-off to his right. Dragons guns blazing out of the gate. And the face-off comes to Kapronov's right. Sambuco could not protect. Shot from center point from Burkon was just wide. Nobody home for the rebound putback, although there was lots of space as Kapronov committed to the top of the crease. And there were sticks flailing right behind him, reaching for that loose puck, but ultimately to no avail. This is Harris to Burkon up the right wing boards. He gains center for the dump in. Freezing for the pause is Kapronov, and the face-off is going to come to his left this time with 43 seconds elapsed from class of 1923 arena. Second unit on. Give and go from the corner. Baccarin trying to set up Mudryk. Kapronov up with the save again. Only 50 seconds in, and here's our fourth faceoff. And the Wildcats able to work out of their zone. Luke Carfey left the puck ahead to Stan Wheeler. This tied up in the far corner of the Drexel zone. Puck played. Hand pass signaled by Mike Corelli, so this is going to come out to just above the Drexel blue line. Thought maybe high stick on the puck, but hand pass the official ruling as Carfey throws this in from center. Mikolas recovers for Drexel. Played behind the cage to Brady Doyle, but not out. This is held in by Colin Sullivan. He's angled off the puck. Thomas Huard offering good support for the attacking Wildcats. Huard steers the puck in behind the cage. It's picked up by Sullivan, but he's bodied off the biscuit by Mikolas, who swats the puck out of harm's way. Stepping up is Thomas Lynch to try to maintain Wildcat momentum, but to no avail. And Mudryk will set up a 3-on-3 counterattack for the Dragons. Back into Villanova territory. Just over 100 seconds into this first period. The reaching stick of Ryan Lippy. Disrupting the progress of Huard in front of his own bench. Here a shot from Steele. Stick checked offline by Carfey. Puck ends up in the far corner. Lazine plays the body. Steele recovers. He feeds to Lippy at the right point. Shot through traffic. Was deflected off a Villanova stick into the near corner and subsequently cleared. Nocerino yet to see a shot on goal. His Dragons have accounted for 3 on Kapronov. Steele on the run from the forechecking Christian Lepore. Steele works the puck free. Hutchinson couldn't reel it in. It ends up on the stick of Mason Lemasny deep in the Villanova end. Advanced by Noble beyond the reach of Burkon, but it will come back an icing. 17:15 to go in opening period play. The release of that puck well before the red line. So the Dragons getting their third forward unit on. Taking advantage of an attacking zone faceoff. Eto, Eisler, and Body. The trio on now. Backstopped by Burkhan and and Tiberio, I should say. Lomasny could not connect with Lepore on the attempted breakout. Holding the zone is Andrew Body. His shot from the bottom of the near circle was blocked. Looked like Gannon Austin got a piece of it for Villanova. Anderson pulls back, but he finds Noble on the breakout. A little bit of help ahead from Austin. Working the puck to Anderson through neutral ice. Anderson surrounded by pink sweaters on his way into the Drexel zone, and a Burkhan body check separates him from the puck. This comes back as far as the Villanova blue line. Pursuing is Andrew Body, offering heavy forechecking pressure on Reagan. Reagan turns the puck over. Eisler gives it right back, though, as he was surrounded by a sea of white and navy in the far corner. Tiberio protecting the right point. Keeps the puck in deep, but ultimately is overpowered. Steidel up the left wing boards. Gains territory for the Wildcats as we pass the 4-minute mark of the first period. Still scoreless from class of 1923 arena. To a side battle in the near corner of the Drexel zone, going the way of Grant McCormack. He tried to pave a way to the cage, but got slowed up by Mikolas. Mikolas through traffic. Nearly found Sambuco. Jacobs protecting just above the blue line. Sends us across ice. And Mikolas launches the puck in deep behind the Villanova goal. McCormack clears. Doyle returns the favor from right in front of his own bench on the good side of red, so there's no icing. This is picked up by McCormack, poked back into the Villanova zone by Doyle, but Reagan recovers and walks his way in up the right wing boards, in over the Drexel line before Harris bodied him off the puck. It's tied up now in the near corner. Over that left shoulder of Ryan Nocerino has seen no action so far tonight, and we're 5 minutes and 12 seconds into the contest. Mikolas could not find Sambuco up the left wall, zone protected by Lynch. Close-up shot attempt from O'Brien off its mark. That one from Bianco. Looked like Nocerino got a piece of it. Doyle reaches for a loose puck and he swats it free. Bianco was looming in the mid-slot. And this is cleared by Jacobs. Sambuco's got a one-on-one. Sambuco tries to toe drag his way past Lynch. The contact was clean, rules referee Colby Sakuma. And cooler heads will prevail here with 14-12 to go in the opening period as Sambuco and O'Brien and Lynch exchange a few. I don't know if they're pleasantries or not, but there's something. Mudrick line coming in. One-timer from center point off the draw, off the Hayden Surratt stick. Paddled away by Kapronov. Here's Surratt again. That one on target from 58 feet. Into the leg pad of Kapronov. And the Wildcats clear. Anton Kazitsky pinched his way to the puck but couldn't gain control of it. Thomas Huard slowing him up. Hayden Surratt advancing past Mudrick. Shot from the right dot, well off its intended mark. Lippy crossed over to the point near side to hold the zone for Drexel. Baccarin tried to set up Kazitsky at the left dot for a one-timer, but he didn't have his line. Baccarin surrounded at the half wall far side. Surratt tries to offer support from the point, but Novin takes the puck away. And this will come back an icing with 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first period from class of 1923 arena. Shots 5-1 in favor of the pink-clad Dragons, but no score as yet. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. Call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 to schedule a free consultation or visit injuryde.com. Wildcats muscle a change, and they regain the zone with Dylan Anderson stepping in. Long shot paddled up in the atmosphere by No Sereno. Tied up now in the far corner, trying to work the puck free, was Tiberio for Drexel, but Reagan protected the point momentarily. Fetcher nearly got decapitated there, and Latham Hutchinson with time and space rang one off the post from mid-slot. So the Dragons have set up offensively again. Lazine centering pass, nobody home. Peretti could not clear. He leaves the puck back to Reagan. Anderson, cross-ice feed, Lepore. Thrown in from just over the blue line. Puck took a weird bounce off a seam in the corner boards. Here a shot in close from Noble. Caught nothing but iron to the right of No Sereno. Reagan from distance. He tried to headman one to Lepore, camping out net front, but a Drexel stick directed that puck into the corner. Burkon just clears. This volleyed back in by Reagan from neutral ice, a delayed offside. Gives the Dragons an extra second or two to reset from their own zone. Here's Jimmy Jacobs. Top line back on. The Jacobs shot. Stick checked high and away into the corner, steadied by Sambuco. Played back to Doyle. Sambuco down in front. Jacobs scores! Jimmy Jacobs lights the lamp for the 9th time this season. At 8 minutes and 31 into the first period, the Dragons draw first blood. Let's see it again on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Centering pass from Sambuco. Off the feed from Brady Doyle at the point. 8:31 into the first period. Gives the Dragons the early advantage. Drexel Dragons goal. His 9th of the season. Scored by number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. Assisted by number 29, Ryan Sambuco. And number 24, Brady Doyle. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 31 seconds in the first period. Jacobs' 9th from Sambuco and Doyle at 8:31. Doyle launches this one off the back glass and heads off for a change this time as we work our way to midway in the first period. And Villanova will be called offside. Face-off coming right in front of the Drexel bench after Jacobs potted his 9th of the season. And we'll give you another look at that at the next extended stoppage when the opportunity avails. As that goal was just born of crisp, clean puck movement around the perimeter of the zone, getting Kapronov moving. And that's how you have to beat elite goaltenders. You've got to get them moving. You've got to get them crossing post to post. You've got to get them to commit and go where they're not. Lippy behind his own goal after the dump in. Could not clear. Surrett throws this off the far boards beyond center where Novin picks it back up for Villanova. Stan Wheeler. Hassel just above the blue line. Opts to dump in. And we've passed halfway in opening period action from class of 23. This is Kazitsky racing up the left wing board, steered behind the net, centering pass, nobody there. Taking aim from center point was Tiberio, but he didn't get good contact on the puck. It wobbles into the far corner. This is left back to Tiberio by Baccarin. Shot in close, intercepted by the other 26. That's Villanova's Evan Noble. And the Wildcats squander a potential 3-on-1 counterattack. They were coming in numbers up the middle. But a botched pass, and they peel off for a change. Back the other direction. Mudrick at the far half wall. After missing an advancing pass read from Baccarin. Tried to hold the zone, but this was lofted up the far side by Lomasny and back to center. Hayden Surratt regains the red line. He floats the puck in up the left wing boards. Kazitsky takes a shoulder from Lomasny behind the Villanova net. Wildcats recover. Noble to Anderson. Here's Steele winding up after protecting the left point. His wrist shot from distance was well off its mark. Loose puck corralled by Noble. And he pulls back behind his own goal before launching this clear. Tiberio tipped the puck just above the blue line to cancel out the icing. And the Wildcats set up on the offensive. Centering pass from Reagan never made it to Davis, crashing the net. Puck is batted loose near side, held in by the backhand of Anderson. This is played out. Here's Nathan Steele out racing a couple defenders, but he's caught in a 1-on-2 and kept wide near side by Davis on his way deep into Wildcat territory just past the 12-minute mark of opening period play from Philly. 2-on-2 the other way. Davis stood up in the slot. Good defensive play there by Mikolas. And Davis takes exception and gives Mikolas another shove well after the puck is gone. Hard rocket from Reagan from 35 feet. Ricochets off the back glass. Davis could not control the rebound. Mikolas clears. Icing is waved off. Hutchinson couldn't get one past Kapranov, who had to back his way back into the crease. He was a good 12 feet away from the blue paint when he played the puck. Here the other side, a shot from Brendan O'Brien, denied by Nocerino, and the Dragons come barreling back beyond center. Jacobs stripped of the puck. Jacobs gets it back. Stretched ahead to Sambuco. Harris bothered in the high slot, got stick on puck. Carfey turns the pressure on him. They end up tied up in the near corner. Time and space for Hayden Surratt from distance. His shot caught and held by Dmitry Kapranov, who holds for the pause with 6:43 to go in the first period. Drexel getting the chances, but still 1-0 the score here on Saturday night in downtown Philadelphia. Another look there at Jacobs' 9th goal of the season, the lone tally of the game to this point, and Sambuco wins the near circle draw. Interference signaled by Colby Sakuma, and we'll see who's going to go. Matty Harris ruled off for interference. And for the first time tonight, the Drexel Dragons are on the penalty kill. This penalty kill could be brought to you by Well You. Sponsorship opportunities are available for the 2025-26 Delaware Hockey Network season. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 6, Matt Harris. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 22 seconds in the first period. Harris, 2 for interference at 13:22. Bianco to Peretti. One-timer from Reagan's center point off Nocerino's pads. And the rebound put back gives Villanova the equalizer, and it was off the stick of Davian Peretti for his 2nd of the year. This was kicked back to the top of the zone. where Peretti lit the lamp from distance. And a power play goal for the Wildcats. Gets us back level with 6:06 to go in the first period. It was Bianco with the feed back to the point that set up Peretti's second of the year. Villanova goal, his second of the season, scored by number 27, Davian Peretti. Assisted by number 16, Michael Bianco, and number 3, James Reagan. Time of the power play goal, 13 minutes, 53 seconds in the first period. Peretti's second from Bianco and Reagan at 13:53, a power play goal. Final 5 of the first period. Nocerino thanking his lucky stars there as that shot bounced right down off his chest protector and nearly rolled in. Polsinelli stood up just above the Drexel blue line. Dragons recover. Surrett launches this puck up the left wing boards. Watch out, Jack. That's the second time Jack Fetcher nearly caught one tonight. And this will be an icing with 4:35 to go in the first period. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware, not far from the University of Delaware's Fred Rust Arena or Premier Orthopedics Iceworks in Aston. Can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order, 302-439-4937, or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. 4:12 to go. Baccarin could not feed to Kazitsky on the doorstep. Grade A chance, but a squandered net front pass keeps this game one aside. In came McCormack up the right wing boards, outnumbered by Dragons. Kazitsky streaking back up the left wall, trying to shovel the puck in through the legs of Lynch. This is covered and held for the pause by Dmitry Kapronov. 3 minutes and 47 seconds officially to go in opening period action. Big guns back on for the Dragons, as Ryan Sambuco is joined to the face-off circle by Thomas Huard. Quick shot off the face-off, goes the way of Kapronov, and the Wildcats clear. This was thrown in by Carfey, volleyed back by Harris, delayed offside, precluded the Dragons from any further attack. Now they've reset, but the puck was stolen from Jacobs by Carfey, advanced to Sullivan, who gained red for the throw-in, and Nocerino's going to freeze this time. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first period of this 1-1 hockey game from downtown Philly. Surrett and Davis take their positions. Rather, it was Sambuco who was waved out of the circle. Harris takes his place. Scrum off the dot, trying to walk forward was Bianco, but he lost the puck trying to cut to the low slot. This is an icing. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Face-off back to the left of Ryan Nocerino, who stopped 5 of 6 here in first period play so far. Davis and Sambuco going to try again. Clean draw this time, and a shot right off the rip, steered wide by Nocerino. Harris clears. Carfy recovers, but he takes a punishing hit from Sambuco. Pulcinelli volleys this back over the Drexel blue line. This puck bounced off the top of the glass. And into the Villanova zone, where this will come back an icing. Now with 2:45 to go in opening period play. Our videographer tonight is one of our 2 assistant producers on the 412, our good friend Trey Wright, whom we're always glad to have, and who will also have in the role of commentator a little bit later on this season. Lynch bobbled the puck and was forced back into neutral ice to regroup with his fellow Wildcats. Davis, centering pass. The shot from Pulcinelli in the mid-slot was turned aside by Nocerino and subsequently cleared by the Dragons. Just over 2 minutes to go. Tiberio to Sambuco. Jacobs pursues the puck that was gloved down by Carfy just inside the line. It's picked back up by Sambuco. Hard shot from 30, steered wide by Lynch. They converge in the near corner, battling for the puck. There too, and trying to walk in was Eisler to no avail. Eisler caught an edge, lost his footing as Lynch was able to dodge his pressure, and he sends the puck up the left wall to Carfy, walking into the Drexel zone. Carfy kept wide by Mikolas, taken away from the puck. Mikolas plays this behind his own net, around near side, where failing to clear was Andrew Boddy. Walking in is Lepore, surrounded by a sea of pink, and the Dragons hanging close to home on the defensive clear and get some fresh legs on. 90 seconds remaining in the first. Peretti bulldozes his way back into the Drexel zone. He tried to set up Lepore on the welcome mat, but that puck was tipped away to the near corner and now battled for by Brady Doyle. Sweeping in, Anderson recovers for the Wildcats. This is left back to Reagan at the right point. Reagan works down low, looking for a lane, but he's double-teamed. Boddy offering the defensive resistance, trying to take away as many passing lanes as possible, and Eisler flips this clear. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Inside the final minute of play. Mikolas right at center. Lobbed the puck into the far corner of the Villanova zone. Reagan clears. Steele recovers. Surrett up the middle. Could not cleanly find Adam Lazine. Lazine got stick on puck just over the blue line, but that pass too hard for him to maintain control of. Final 20. Lippy gains center before launching the puck behind the Villanova goal. It carried to the far corner, where first-year Dragon Latham Hutchinson found himself outnumbered in need of support. Sullivan could not clear. Desperation shot from center. Oh my goodness. 2.3 seconds to go in the opening period, and we're going to see some late period carnage here as Stan Wheeler's going to head off. We'll see if there's anything else. Looks like Wheeler's the only one to go. And he's off for roughing, so the first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night begins right now for the Dragons. Villanova penalty was assessed to number 2, Stan Wheeler. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 19:57 in the first period. Wheeler, 2 for roughing at 19:57. Sambuco wins the draw, which ultimately was but a formality, and that will do it for the opening period of play. The score through 20 minutes: Drexel Dragons 1, Villanova Wildcats 1. Back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
1-1 through 1. Here at Class of 1923 Arena, Nathan Steele saving the day with 5 minutes and change left in the first period as the Villanova Wildcats look to go up on the heels of Davian Peretti's power play goal. There, a shot from Gannon Austin from the point nearly trickled under Ryan Nocerino and in, but Nathan Steele sweeping that loose puck out of harm's way at the last possible millisecond, keeping this game tied at 1. A minute 58 on a Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Drexel University Dragons to start period number 2. Sambuco and Davis in for the opening draw, and they're off. Sambuco, Jacobs, Harris, Burkhan, and Kazitsky. The quintet of Dragon attackers on for the man advantage to start period number 2, nearly a whole 2 minutes. With Villanova's Stan Wheeler sitting idly by after his roughing minor with 2.3 seconds to go in opening period play. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Drexel in their breast cancer awareness pink sweaters traveling left to right here in second period action. Villanova in white moving from right to left. Anton Kazitsky accelerates through neutral ice. Ricochets the puck off the backboards to Jacobs working in the near corner. Jacobs checked off the puck by Davian Peretti. He turns it over and this is cleared by Thomas Huard. O'Brien and Reagan, the other two penalty killers on the first wave for Villanova. And a stretch pass to Jimmy Jacobs sets up a second Drexel attack. 75 seconds gone in second period play, and Sambuco was spun off his feet, securing the puck and flipping this just over the blue line and off the backboards is Huard. Burkhan to Kazitsky. These guys have been out a minute and a half. Kazitsky's shot. Kapranov's save. Nobody home for the rebound putback chance as Dmitry Kapranov again playing high above the crease. Gave up a lot of open net. If only a Dragon were there to capitalize on the angle. Baccarin paves a way in. Shot from point blank range. Sealed off by Kapranov. Net front feed. Kapranov saves. And we've got a pause. .18:04 to go here in the second period. Evan Mudrick flanked by Steele and Baccarin. Davis back on for the face-off for Villanova, who are 2 seconds away from killing off the Wheeler penalty. Now Stan is on. Not to be confused with the 412 Communications mascot. The Stan and Villanova white can certainly fly. We had to get that in there for Trey. Here's Nathan Steele gaining center under duress and throwing the puck into the near corner of the Villanova zone before stepping up to wreak forechecking havoc on Novin. Stretch pass ahead to Bianco, didn't connect as he took a shoulder right at the Drexel blue line upon receipt of the puck. Baccarin recovers. Steele walks into a 1-on-2 and a poke check from Christian Lepore. Forces play back into neutral ice. Mikolas rifles this in off the backboards. We're 3 minutes into the second period and the Dragons reset in neutral territory once again. Eisler could not get past Austin. Recovering the puck at the blue line was Novin, but he's checked off the vulcanized rubber at center red. Back this comes to Novin. Austin near side. Puts too much on the puck for Laporte to handle in neutral ice. Eisler the other way. He puts on the brakes just after gaining the line. Thrown in off the corner and covered by Kapronov. Before Adam Lazine, looming net front, could make anything happen. 16:27 to go in the second period. Face-off coming to the left of Dmitry Kapronov, who has saved 11 of the 12 Drexel shots he's faced, and the big guns are back on for the Dragons. But Harris could not get past Huard in the face-off circle. Reagan couldn't get any more than 10 feet above the blue line. Here's Sambuco opening fire. And another Kapronov save. Draw will come to the left of Dmitry Kapronov. Now 12 for 13 of the save department. Harris and Huard. Puck is down, on we go. A lot of contact off the puck, and there's probably going to be more as the game continues on. 4. Puck over the glass in the Villanova zone. Souvenir for a fan, and we're going to restart at center. Not a particularly large turnout for this game tonight. About 150 to 200 fans dotting the seating at Class of 1923 Arena, which comfortably seats 2,600. Tiberio protected the right point. Sambuco tried to feed the Jacobs at the far dot, but he was disrupted by Huard. They battle in the far corner. Harris joining the fray. Trying to work his way out of traffic is James Reagan, who had the secondary assist on Davian Peretti's power play goal at the 13:53 mark of the first period. And he's able to get the Wildcats working back up ice into the Drexel zone. The lads in white with the territorial advantage now. Sullivan angled to the corner. Separated from the puck. Burkhan left this to Tiberio, lofted to center. Glove down by Carfey, but Harris was right there to regain control for Drexel. Harris at the near half wall, bodied into the glass. He protects the puck. It's pushed free by Ryan Lippy. Played across to the far side, launched in by Surrett, wide shot. Harris chips this back into the near corner where Pietro Baccarin leaves it back to Lippy holding the point. Lippy steps up, winds up, shoots. Kapronov keeps it in front of him after making the initial save but not controlling the rebound. And his defensive support came to save the day and keep this a 1-1 hockey game with 5.5 minutes gone in the second period. Surrett, long pass to Baccarin, trying to walk into a 2-on-2, but he stood up on the slot by Lynch. Loose puck corralled by Davis. And he stretches this up the left wing boards, onside barely to Bianco. Bianco to Davis, give and go. But the point blank shot was turned aside by Ryan Nocerino. There another Nocerino save, denying Carfey from the top of the near circle. O'Brien cycles to Davis. Tried to play it across to Carfey. Pass intercepted by Hutchinson on his horse back into the Villanova zone. Hutchinson stood up. Keeps on ticking after Lynch tried to body him off the puck. They get tangled up in the corner. Puck is loose. Covered up by Kapronov, and we've got a pause. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team, and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. 13:31 to go in the second period. Bottom six forward combination on. for the Dragons. Hutchinson on together with Lazine and Steele. Hutchinson throws a shoulder in pursuit of the puck. Steele's got it. Centering pass, Adam Lazine. Couldn't control the puck for a clean shot. Kapranov falls on the puck for another pause in play. And a little rock'em sock'em robots in the low slot after the whistle, prompting the intervention of linespeople Jack Fetcher and Nathaniel Price. Colby Sakuma and Mike Corelli. Former Danbury hat trick in the bands tonight. Another two-a-side skirmish over the left shoulder of Kapranov. Pitchforking the puck free was Noble, but it's controlled by Jacobs. Mikolas from the right point was well off his intended line from that long shot. Sambuco to Mikolas. Worked back low again. He plays the carom shot to Matty Harris, working below the cage, but he couldn't set up Jacobs on the doorstep. And here come the Wildcats on the counterattack the other way, but it's man on man, 3-on-3s. The Cats gain the zone. Lepore centered to Noble. He couldn't find Anderson on the doorstep. Anderson flubbed the pass back to Reagan. Puck sails loose back over the red line, all the way into Villanova territory, and there's Jimmy Jacobs with it. Jacobs, Harris, stutter steps. Sambuco shot, score! Ryan Sambuco from the top of the slot gets his 9th of the year, and it's a 2-1 hockey game. Watching it again, Matty Harris, centering feed. Sambuco opens fire. And the Dragons are back in front. Drexel goal, his 9th of the season. Scored by number 29, Ryan Sambuco. Assisted by number 6, Matt Harris. And number 18, Jimmy Jacobs. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 58 seconds of the second period. Sambuco's 9th from Harris and Jacobs at 7:58. O'Brien to Davis the other way, unable to level the score. No Sereno with the save off the cross slot feed. Burkhan the other way, across to Satoru Eto. Puck is stick checked up in the air, brought back down by Tiberio, who walks over red before trying to dump in. But Novin corrals the puck for Villanova just inside his blue line. D pass to Carfey, ahead to Stan Wheeler. Tipped by Huard into the Drexel zone. And a slash is called with 10:44 to go. It will be against the Dragons. Slashing on Tiberio. .9:16 into the second. And another power play opportunity awaits Villanova. Their only goal tonight has come on the man advantage, and that was off the stick of Davian Peretti. 13:53 into the first period. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 26, Santino Tiberio. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 16 seconds in the second period. Tiberio 2 for slashing at 9:16. A No Sereno's save brings play to a halt with 10:21 to go in the second. The faceoff's going to come to his left. Bianco and Kazitsky taking the draw. On with Kazitsky, Arlippi, Lazine, and Surratt. Reagan works this around to Davis. Back to Reagan, center point. He launches a shot in from distance, trying to clear it out net front. Was Surratt to no avail. A rocket from center point, and Reagan ricochets off the top of the back glass. Hayden Surratt muscles his way through traffic, and he backhands the puck 5/6 the length of the ice to kill some time off the Tiberio penalty. Half that penalty is expired. Charles Davis, a goal and an assist on the year in 4 games played, working behind his own cage. Peretti's power play goal puts him on level pegging with Reagan and Anderson in terms of offensive productivity for this Villanova team. They've all got 2 on the year. Noble leads the rush, crossing to the right wall to get around Sambuco on the zone entry. He's slowed up by Mikolas, waiting behind the cage. Support coming now in the form of Christian Lepore. The battle continues on for the puck. Lepore protecting. He walks the goal line, steered behind the net by Mikolas and nearly separated from the puck. The centering pass came from Noble, nobody home. And the Tiberio penalty was successfully killed off by the pink-clad Dragons. This is offside with 8:32 to go. Face-off coming just above the Drexel blue line after the ultimately what was, from what we can best surmise, ruled an offside pass against the Dragons. No icing here as this puck sails the length of the ice and ends up in the far corner of the Villanova zone. Jacobs battling for it alongside Harris. On the other side were Huard and Austin. This battle prolonged, migrating below the goal. Jacobs tries to hold up Lomasny. Mason Lomasny finds Wheeler, who advances the puck further to Huard in neutral ice. Intentional offside here with 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second period. Aptly 9 o'clock on a Saturday as the sounds of Piano Man echo through Class of 1923 Arena. And the power line are on for an attacking zone face-off for the Dragons. And some of the spectators off of the far corner continue to sing the chorus. So even though only maybe 200 people are here tonight, they're a fun couple of hundred. Seven and a half to go in the second. Harris pinned back in his own zone, finds Jacobs, who clears but could not connect with Sambuco. The Villanova fans wanted a trip, but Messrs. Sakuma and Corelli will not oblige. Jacobs throws the puck off the backboards. Dragons reset on the offensive. Jacobs tried to feed to Surratt holding the left point. That pass intercepted by McCormack, who walks up ice. Under pressure from Surratt, he couldn't maintain control of his stick. Reagan hustles back into his own zone. His Wildcats trailing 2-1 with 6.5 to go in the second period. As Lippy steered Reagan behind the net, the centering pass was set offline. Kazitsky surrounded in the high slot, gave the puck away. McCormack clears, but this will come back an icing. 6:10 to go in the second in this 2-1 hockey game. From class of 1923 arena. And the face-off will come to the left of Dmitry Kapronov. Here's Davis with a shot. No Serino holding on for the save. And that brings us down to the final 6:01. Of the second period. A live look inside class of 1923 arena. As the Dragons clear, leading 2-1 with just under 6 minutes to go in second period play. And we're glad you're all with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network from the 412 Communications press box for our expanded coverage of Drexel Dragons hockey on the DHN this season. Backhand shot from Davis. No Serino up with the save, and here come the Dragons back on the offensive. Kazitsky, he tried to center to Baccarin, but he couldn't find his man, and Lynch clears. Up the middle comes Bianco. Drop pass to the left dot, and a shot from Brendan O'Brien. Saved by No Serino. Follow up off its line as we come to the final 5 minutes of the second period. Novin took aim from the point. Shot was blocked. Opposite side. Puck gloved down by Lazine, but not cleared. And this is lofted out of harm's way by Evan Mudrick. Hutchinson couldn't walk in from the point. This comes back to center where Tiberio lofts the puck in. No shot on goal here as a delayed offside was in progress. So the tally will remain 17-15 in the shots on goal column as we work our way now to the final 4:12 of the second period. Speaking of good timing. Dragons 2, Wildcats 1. Lazine off his backhand plays the puck back behind the goal to the near corner of the Villanova zone where Noble tries to work clear. And the other 26, Santino Tiberio, does well, at least the first time round, to keep play in neutral territory before Anderson was able to push past him. No icing on the long clear. Dragons change. 3.5 to go in the second. Reagan, all by his lonesome, fails on the wraparound as No Serino crosses to the near post and takes care of business to keep this a one-goal hockey game. Coast-to-coast try from James Reagan. Locked out by No Serino as we see the wraparound try. And Ryan No Serino doing what Ryan No Serino does. 200 to go in the second. Jacobs forces the turnover. Harris shot blocked by Reagan. Matty Harris behind the net again. Takes a check from Huard. Huard emerges with the puck, but he's unable to escape. Harris centering pass intended for Jacobs, blocked by Reagan. This comes back to the near corner. It's shoveled by Huard up the boards to Wheeler. Floated back into neutral ice. Jimmy Jacobs recovers and tries to walk back in, but he's pickpocketed by Thomas Huard with 2:40 to go in the second period. Wheeler with the dump and change. Jacobs hassled at center by Huard. Leaves the puck back to Harris. Cross ice feeds. Surrett lowers a shoulder and tries to bulldoze in. Thomas Lynch did well to stand his ground on the defensive and keep this a 2-1 hockey game. Steidl absorbs a check. In comes the other 28, Anton Kazitsky. Baccarin trailing him. Shot was wide. 2-on-2 the other direction. McCormack lazily throws one in. No Sereno freezes for a break and play with 1:52 to go in the second period from Class of 1923 Arena. The face-off will come to No Sereno's right after he records his 16th save on 17 shots so far tonight. Davis and Mudrick took the draw. Evan Mudrick pushes the puck back as far as center after walking up to the top of his own zone. This comes back to Doyle. Thrown off the boards. The ricochet ends up in the path of Thomas Lynch, who leads to another Villanova zone entry. Minute and a half in the second. The shot from O'Brien was off its line from the left dot. Davis winds up. This goes into the back netting and out of play with 85 seconds remaining. Opportunity for Drexel to change, but a no-change situation for Villanova, as that puck did not deflect off anything and go out. It went right from Charles Davis's stick to the back netting behind No Sereno. So this, according to the NCAA rulebook, which here in the ACHA we play under, is a no-change situation. 75 to go in the second period. Bianco ran into a wall of pink sweaters. This puck played behind the net, bounces off the boards near side, where Lazine sends it across to the far wall. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Davis back the other way, one-on-one. No Sereno squared for the save. And we've got a whistle and a no change, as the Drexel net came off its moorings. It was pushed off by a Dragon, so Wildcats can change, Dragons can't, with 49 and 4/5 seconds to go in period number 2 from Class of 1923 Arena. Burkon could not clear. The shot from Lepore was blocked. Lazine, surrounded by Wildcats the other way, gained the center red line before dumping the puck in. Dragons just trying to protect this 2-1 advantage for another 25 seconds to be able to head to the dressing room in front. Burkon to Sambuco. Hutchinson races across his own blue line to clear, and he does. Lomasny leaves this to Novin the other way. Anderson up the middle, skates past Harris, but right into the path of Benny Burkon, who steals the puck, turns it to the far corner, and the final seconds of period number 2 will tick away. At the end of 2 periods, the score: Drexel Dragons 2, Villanova Wildcats 1. Back in 15 on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Ryan Sambuco with the primary assist on the first goal, and the tally that put Drexel up 2-1 over Villanova. 7 minutes, 58 seconds into the second period, and here comes another look at it, starting all the way in the corner with Jimmy Jacobs. Double crossing Kapranov. Cross slot pass to Harris, and then kick to Ryan Sambuco, who drilled his 9th of the season from the top of the slot. That the lone tally in the second period, and it puts the Dragons up 2-0 with 20 left to play from Class of 1923 Arena. Glad to have you all with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. On the 412, James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box. Our videographer tonight is assistant producer Trey Wright. And if you're just joining us here in third period action, Villanova moving left to right in their away whites on the attack here to start the third period. And the Drexel Dragons and their breast cancer awareness pink sweaters are moving from right to left. Race for a loose puck. Bianco shoots. No Serino saves. That brings 35 seconds off the clock here in third period action. And the face-off will come to the right of Nocerino, who just recorded save number 18 of the evening. Huard on for the draw for the Wildcats. Across from Evan Mudrick, wearing number 17 this year for the Drexel Dragons, in lieu of the 20 that we've gotten so used to seeing him in seasons past. Brady Doyle could not clear. This thrown in from high in the zone by Peretti, but wide. Kozitsky trying to work from behind his own goal. Fed the puck cleanly to Baccarin, but he was stymied in trying to clear. Now Baccarin tries to stick handle his way to center. This taken away by Peretti. Played near side to Sullivan. Long shot. Made its way through, but it was easily blockered aside by Nocerino. Now controlled by Stan Wheeler in the far corner. Wheeler plays this behind the net. It caroms around to Thomas Lynch, stepping up nearly to the top of the circle. Long shot sticked away by Nocerino, and back to center this comes. Noble shovels it in off his backhand. He gets a shove from Doyle, who heads off for a change. And the Dragons' Evan Mudrick fails to carom the puck clear from the near corner. Here's Mudrick again. Trying to work past the forechecking pressure of Christian Lepore to no avail. This is chipped off the near glass by William Mikolas. And the shot from Mudrick off the re-entry goes into the back netting and out of play with 17:52 to go in regulation. Face-off goes to the far side. New legs on as Nathan Steele takes the draw. And Hutchinson plays the puck over the glass. Rather, Lippy that was, played the puck over the glass. And out. $17:48 remaining. Hutchinson and Noble converge again. Lippy threw the puck into congestion in the slot from center point. This is controlled now by Noble. He's unable to work free. Lynch, near side, plays it to Anderson. Swarmed by Steele, but he connects with Noble working up the right wing boards. Lippy dodges a check. Surrett blows a tire. Puck ends up on the stick of Nathan Steele. He's got a 2-on-1 if he hurries. Steele, centering pass. Hutchinson stonewalled by Kapranov. Wow. A great opportunity for the Dragons. They executed well, but Dmitry Kapranov executed just a bit better. Beautiful centering pass from Steele to Hutchinson, but the former Garnet Valley Jaguar was stonewalled by Villanova's top netminder, who came into this game with a 1.01 goals against average. Davis shot the other way into the Nocerino glove for a pause. 17:04 to go. Face-off comes to the near circle. Davis and Sambuco. Wow. A rocket from Michael Bianco right off the draw. And he's got a goal to go with his earlier assist. We're back level now, 2-2. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 replay. Right in from the center. 2 minutes and 58 seconds into the third period. For Bianco, that's his second of the year. Villanova goal, second of the season, scored by number 16, Michael Bianco, assisted by number 71, Charles Davis. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period. Bianco's second from Davis at 2:58. Dragons offside. Face-off comes back, or rather Wildcats offside. Face-off came back above the Dragons line. Baccarin and Sullivan battle for the puck. Mudrick offering good support for the Drexel side. Baccarin trying to throw the puck in close. It was intercepted and now walked up ice by Wheeler. Long shot off its mark. Sullivan picks up the rebound off the backboards, but he's swarmed. Net front feed. Wheeler couldn't one time it past Nocerino. This ends up at the far corner of the Drexel zone as we reach the 4-minute mark of the third period, now tied up 2-2. Kazitsky uses Mudrick as a screen to gain the zone. Drop pass back to Evan Mudrick. Kazitsky hauled off the puck by Reagan as a fresh trio of other Dragons come to join Messrs. Kazitsky and Mudrick. No icing here on that long stretch pass gone awry. Nor the other way. So long volleys both directions. Doyle bodied off the puck. Steele works this up the right wing boards. Now it's on the stick of Adam Lazine at center. He takes an open ice shove, and Peretti regathers for Villanova as we near 5 minutes completion in the third period of a 2-2 hockey game. Reagan with a centering pass that had no recipient. Lazine to Hutchinson the other direction. Lazine swarms. Steele recovers before the Wildcats could clear. Nathan Steele got one on net. Kapranov with the last word. Rebound contested in the near corner, going the way of Villanova and Davian Peretti, who sends this up the middle, but holding center point. Surrett opens fire. Puck ricocheted off the back glass into the low slot. And the Dragons couldn't set up a secondary opportunity. Here's Surrett again. Off his backhand behind the goal, Steele to center point. Lippy, long shot was blocked. And this is going to come back and icing with 14 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to help you achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. To learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings, including his new membership program to help you achieve peak performance over time through a series of exercises, wellness coaching, nutrition, and more, visit desportsmed.com. You won't regret it. We've just passed 6 minutes in the third period of a 2-2 hockey game. Sambuco tried to feather the puck to the accelerating Jimmy Jacobs heading toward the cage, but he couldn't find his line mate. Carfey to Davis behind the net. Back up the left wall comes Luke Carfey. Carfey off for a change after ringing the puck deep into the Drexel zone. And here comes Harris the other way, putting on the brakes just above the blue line. And he'll head off in exchange for some fresh legs as well. Meanwhile, taking up the mantle was Eto. Corelli saying no goal here, even though there was an imminent scoring chance before us. Net was knocked off. We're going to see this again. I think that's a good goal. I think that's a good goal. But Mike Corelli says otherwise. And we're going to look at that again. And now Ben Burkhan pleading his case to Colby Sakuma, saying that's a good goal. Yeah, we've got a scoring chance there, and that net was knocked off by Villanova. USA Hockey, absolutely, that's no good. Another net front scrum, another puck sealed off by Kapranov. Couple shots in there. "12 minutes and 52 seconds to go. And the Mudrick line on now for the attacking Dragons, who felt they had the go-ahead, but like it or not, that's not the case. Delayed offside against the Wildcats, giving Burkhan some time to operate and work the puck out of his zone. He stood up at the blue line by Lomasny. Mudrick recovered. Mudrick working with Kazitsky and Baccarin. Burkhan pursuing a wobbling puck in the far corner. He overskates it. Novin could not clear. Tiberio protecting. There it is! The Dragons get it back! And it's Pietro Baccarin, who 8:03 into the third period for sure gets Drexel back in front. Tiberio to the winger, which was Mudrick. And it started with Santino Tiberio at the blue line. To get the Drexel Dragons back in front, now leading 3-2. And we're going to see this again. At least here behind the scenes, we're going to see it again. As Baccarin's second goal of the year. Gives the Dragons the advantage once again. Drexel Dragons goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 7, Pietro Baccarin. Assisted by number 17, Evan Mudrick. And number 26, Santino Tiberio. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 3 seconds in the third period. Baccarin second from Mudrick and Tiberio at 8:03. Davis's entry is going to be called back by an offside Reagan. .11:07 to go, and we come back to neutral for the face-off. Harris unit back on. Davis to Reagan, to Peretti, now to O'Brien up the left wing boards and in. O'Brien angled behind the net by the defensive pressure of William Mikolas. A cannon from Reagan at the point into the glove of No Sereno, but that shot was wide, so it won't be counted on goal. We've got a pause in the action with 10:41 remaining. New legs on for the Dragons. Mudrick won the draw. Kazitsky finding another gear. Centering pass, nobody home. Mudrick at the near half wall protecting. He tried to carry the puck away from Villanova traffic to no avail. Kazitsky looming net front. Could not control the puck. It was poked beyond his reach by Reagan. 10:15 to go in this 3-2 hockey game. Dragons with the advantage fair and square. Giveaway at the blue line. Mudrick walks back in. Drop pass from Kazitsky. The Mudrick shot was blocked off the skate of Peretti into the far corner. This goes. And clearing was Huard. Race for a rolling puck in the corner of the Drexel zone goes the way of the back-checking Dragons. And Baccarin pops the puck just over the blue line. Enough time for the Wildcats to actually get a change on with that puck airborne for a few extra seconds. And now they reset on the offensive. Carfy to Lepore for the entry. Puck rolls below the goal towards Surrett near side. And this is going to come back an icing with 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go in regulation, and Drexel leading by a tally of 3-2. Still a couple more Drexel Dragons men's Division I games on the Delaware Hockey Network this season. Mark your calendars for Saturday, November 15th, when the Dragons host the Pioneers of William Patterson University. And then on January 23rd, when Trey Wright's going to take over the headset as the Dragons host the Lions of the College of New Jersey. Full broadcast schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. 9 to go. Dragons clear. Carfey recovers. Touch pass from O'Brien ahead to Davis. Drop back to O'Brien. Shot. No. Serino says no, sir. Ryan Nocerino with save number 22 on the night. Flips the puck back to linesperson Jack Fetcher. And the faceoff will come to Nocerino's right with 8:44 remaining in regulation. Lazine and Steidel as we work our way pretty well down the depth chart now on both sides. And the Dragons work up ice. Good hustle by Sambuco to win the race to the puck. Fed to him by Jacobs, enough to negate the icing. Jacobs tries to play this back up the wall to Burkon, to no avail. In comes Anderson. Stonewalled at the blue line. Burkon's breakout nearly bobbled. Kazitsky crossed to the far side, gained red and backhanded the puck in deep. We have entered the final 8 minutes of regulation with Drexel leading Villanova 3-2 in this Philadelphia rivalry match. Laporte to Anderson on the cross ice, clear, but the pass back near side was given away. Kazitsky racing into the Villanova zone to put the pressure on Kapranov and force him to cover up with 7:21 to go. 3-2 this hockey game. Dragons with the advantage on the scoreboard. And now with the face-off in the attacking zone as well. Another frozen puck under the glove of Dmitry Kapranov. Net was dislodged. It's replaced. I should say reset. And on we go again. .705 remaining. Dragons 3, Wildcats 2. Anton Kazitsky to Mudryk, up the left boards and in. Centering pass to Baccarin, high in the slot. Was deflected offline, and Peretti heads a 2-on-2 the other way before giving the puck up at the blue line. No icing against the Dragons. Baccarin, the forechecking threat, taking the puck away from Reagan as he tried to clear. Here's Steele walking in. Played off the far boards. Lippy, around it comes. Surrett, hard shot from the point. Blocked by O'Brien, who was looming right there at the point of release. This shot lobbed in by Adam Lazine. Caught and held by Dmitry Kapranov with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Here came the Wildcats. If not for O'Brien bobbling the puck just above the blue line, that would have been a clean zone entry and potentially an odd man rush. Here a shot from Davis, waffle boarded away by Ryan Nocerino, and he's got a lunge to fall on the puck to grind play to a halt with 5:59 remaining. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. For your free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. A Drexel icing takes 8 seconds off the clock. We're down to 5:51 to go in regulation. Dragons with a 3-2 lead over the Villanova Wildcats. Time running short for Villanova, but man, have they made this one heck of a hockey game. No Sereno flashing the leather again. This worth another look as he's crowded in tight, but still manages to stand tall, denying Christian Lepore right at the top of the blue paint. Broken stick shot, and another no Sereno stop with 5:35. Dragons clear, but the breakout pass intended for Mudrick sails beyond his reach. It was on line, fortunately enough, for the Drexel side, and covered up by Kapranov to force a stoppage in play with 5:23 to go. So a little bit of luck on the Dragons side here, avoiding the icing. They get an attacking zone faceoff out of the long clear. Mudrick wins the draw. Holding the point was Tiberio. .5:10 to go in regulation. Kozitsky, centering pass. Mudrick denied by Kapranov. As these goalies exchange spectacular saves. No Sereno flashing the leather just moments ago and 178 feet away. Dmitry Kapranov asserting his dominance over the Drexel firing line. 5:03 to go. Steal in for the draw for Drexel. But the Dragons cannot control as Hutchinson fails to hold the point. Huard propels this into the near corner where he's met by Tiberio. Penalty coming up, and it will be against the Dragons. With 4:41 to go as Stan Wheeler is slow to get back to his feet. Tiberio is going to go, and we'll get the particulars here momentarily. So Tiberio is off. Major for cross-checking. Against Tiberio. And Villanova will have the rest of regulation up a man, barring any penalties of their own. And a prime chance for them to come back. The Drexel penalty was assessed to number 26, Santino Tiberio. 5 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 19 seconds in the third period. We can't even get the penalty read before James Reagan lights the lamp. And we've got ourselves a brand new hockey game, friends. Reagan and Peretti play keep away just inside the line. A second Villanova power play goal. This coming with 4:22 remaining. Recapping by rule the penalty. Tiberio, 5-minute major for cross-checking at 15:19 of the third period. The Villanova goal, third of the season, scored by number 3, James Reagan. Assisted by number 27, Davian Peretti. Time of the power play goal, 15 minutes, 38 seconds in the third period. Reagan's third from Peretti at 15:38, a power play goal. And again, the Wildcats, with the Tiberio penalty being a major, have a power play for what amounts to the remainder of regulation. 3:15 to go. Noble leaves the puck back to Lepore. Noble to Lynch, top of the right circle. Shot in, trying to redirect it past was O'Brien, but he skied it over the crossbar into the back glass. Net front feed from Lepore to O'Brien. And the Wildcats have taken the lead. So 3 of Villanova's 4 goals tonight have come on the man advantage. And here they come again. As we get the particulars for you. On this 4th Villanova goal. It was Noble with the secondary assist. Here we go. Villanova goal. His first of the season. Scored by number 8, Brendan O'Brien. Assisted by number 13, Christian Lepore, and number 26, Evan Noble. Time of the goal, 17:04 in the third period. O'Brien's first from Lepore and Noble at 17:04.
Doors closing.
And with 83 seconds to go, we're going to go 4-on-4. As Davis heads off for a trip. No Sereno is out of the net. And Villanova are going to take their timeout. No, Drexel are going to take their timeout as Colby Sakuma points this way. The Villanova penalty was assessed to number 71, Charles Davis. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 37 seconds in the third period. Davis, 2 for tripping at 18:37. Timeout, Drexel. So how the tables have turned after the disallowed goal and Drexel getting one back. Back are in at 8:03. Villanova have put up 2 on a major power play, which was cut short with 1:44 to go. And the Dragons are going to send out 5 attackers. As No Sereno came off, and his net is left empty after he saved 25 of 29 shots. Do or die time for the Dragons. Puck is skied up ice. Harris steers it away from the pursuing Brendan O'Brien. Sambuco to Harris. Up the left wing boards he comes. Minute 5 remaining. Harris checked into the backboards by Peretti. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Burkon left that ahead to Kazitsky, who was checked off the puck, and the Wildcats clear. In comes Sambuco again to Matty Harris. Burkon, Surrett, and Sambuco, the other 3. On the attack for the Dragons. 30 to go. Clearing from the corner was Noble. Hayden Surrett walks in up the right side, back in. Shot, batted away by Kapranov. Burkon, look shot from center point. Surrett tried to put one net front to no avail. 10 seconds to go. Anderson couldn't clear. Burkon put one on net from the left point after holding the zone. Final shot of the game, it appears. Coming in from Burkon near side. It is blocked, and Villanova have won 4-3 over the Drexel Dragons. Tonight's final score. Villanova Wildcats 4, Drexel University Dragons 3. Final shots on goal, Villanova 29, Drexel 30. Fans, it is time for the 3 stars of the game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. The number 3 star with 27 saves for Villanova, number 30, Dmitry Kapranov. The number 2 star with a goal and an assist for Drexel, number 29, Ryan Sambuco. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal for Villanova, number 8, Brendan O'Brien. So the Wildcats tonight improve to 4-1-0 on the season. Some impressive display between the pipes from both netminders. But ultimately it was Kapranov backstopping his Villanova Wildcats to victory. As a pair of power play goals in the closing minutes of the game turn a 3-2 deficit into a 4-3 win for the visiting Villanova Wildcats. The Villanova women will be on the Delaware Hockey Network tomorrow as they take on the Blue Hens. Game time 3 o'clock from Fred Rust Arena. It'll be right here at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. For our entire crew, for co-executive producer Molly Jo Rosen, for assistant producers Broadway Joe Sindoni and Trey Wright. Trey serving as our videographer this evening as well. For everybody behind the scenes, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Again, tonight's final score from Class of 1923 Arena, Villanova 4, Drexel 3. This has been a copyrighted production of 412 Communications, LLC, all rights reserved. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. Good night.